So body composition and transformation are two things I like to try to get insight into when determining a defensive lineman's theoretical ceiling. And body composition being how big is your frame, which ties into body transformation. Can you add more weight while staying nimble? Because linemen often gain weight once they're in the NFL. Javon Kinlaw's body composition rivals Deforest Buckner's back in 2016. He has one of the most impressive defensive tackle frames I've ever seen in terms of how he carries his weight and how massive his frame is. He's an absolutely huge human being, 6'5", with a 315 play weight and 16% body fat. He's got long arms, big hands. The buzz around Kinlaw started to really pick up during the Senior Bowl week practices, when he was just absolutely walking guys back with his extremely powerful hands and quickness. He was just a serious matchup problem. So I think some of his Georgia film shows you a lot about who Javon Kinlaw is. So this first play, he's going to make a nice little play in run support. In this second play, you see some of his flaws as a run defender. He doesn't really feel this down block. Then the third play, you see his peak flashes, where he just absolutely jacks up that guard way into the backfield. Now, if you play these plays back, you can get a better idea of exactly who he is. And so for this first play, he gets his hands a little too far outside. He's not as technically sound there as like a player like Derrick Brown, but he's still able to create enough displacement, and he's able to stack and shed and get off that block. So if we rewatch this second play, he's not going to feel that down block from the center. He kind of gets washed down, doesn't laterally anchor. And this is kind of due to some balance issues as well that you can see on tape. But this third play, you see he gets his hands inside instead of outside over there. He's able to extend and find the ball 3 yards into the backfield against a pretty damn good O-line unit. And so like on that third play, you can see when he puts everything together, the technique, that initial get off, and using his powerful hands inside instead of out, he's really an absolute force to deal with. So Kinlaw kind of struggles with the same problems in both phases of his game, and those being minor balance issues and just overall technique issues that lead to some inconsistency. But when he flashes, I mean, man, he really will flash, and he can win early on a lot of these reps, and he can win with power, and he can win with a little bit of finesse as well. He's more of a power dominant player because he really likes to go to that bull rush, but he's developing a nice swim move as well, as you're going to see in this Georgia rep, where he's long enough to get into the chest of that offensive lineman, swim over, and get back there so quickly, because he just fires off the ball. And I mean, it's remarkable for a guy his size. And you see here on the replay, it's pretty fluid for someone of his size and his overall length. And so I've been debating where to put Kinlaw on my final big board. And I originally had him slotted at 12th, but I think he's probably going to end up either 11 or 12 on my final board, simply because I think there's only about 5 or 6 players in this class that have, a realistic Hall of Fame chance if their careers go right. And I think that Javon Kinlaw is one of those players. And, really, the sky's the limit with him. It's just a matter of, can he get there?